Okay, so I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but didn't know if you guys would enjoy it because it's not like the usual type of content that I make. But I've just been here sitting around thinking if I should record it or scrap it or just, go back to what I'm making. But screw it anyway. So enjoy the video, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe as it helps out massively. And if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like to let me know. Okay, so I don't know if it's just me or if I'm the only one noticing this, but it seems like people have stopped being able to finish like more single player games lately. Like I remember when I was younger and maybe got a game and it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, that I still finished the game and played it all the way through and just enjoyed it at the end. Maybe it's because it was out of boredom and necessity because I couldn't afford other games at the time and I'd have to wait like 3 months to work up the courage to ask my mom or my dad to buy me another game. So it would be the only thing that I had to play for like the next couple of months. But I feel like today that's been lost. The art of just fully completing something all the way to the end. And look, I understand that people could see it as a waste of time, definitely a waste of money, but I feel like there would still be something of value to extract from finishing a game, whether it was good, what you expected, or a bad game. And I'm not saying go out there and waste money on bad games. I'm just saying if you got something and it turns out disappointing, that it doesn't have to be. Okay, so try think of it like this. A game maybe having a good concept or mechanical system or something that's just different, interesting, and done well in the game, but everything else sucks. So why not compile all those ideas from what was done well and try see if any other game has that, or if you're technically gifted, maybe make your own game or incorporate those ideas into something else that's creative, like a poem, a story, or just something else that you can put like your efforts into making something creative and putting those ideas from these other games into that. But I don't know, man, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. So am I wrong for thinking there could be something for real? Okay. But yeah, let me dive a little bit deeper into this. So first off, I feel like majority of gamers, or rather that even the games being made, focus on creating compelling and finishing the stories or making campaigns modes for single player. It feels like there's been a shift to more online and multiplayer heavy games in the last couple of like 10 years or something, since like 2016 or 2015. I feel like there's been that shift into making games more online and multiplayer focused and heavier. I mean, have you guys seen the meme of people complaining about having nothing to play and all they have installed is freaking COD, GTA, FIFA, or 2K, and it's nuts.
This guy's been going nuts.
And that's because, well, Call of Duty mainly has become like a sort of strictly multiplayer. Like people only play Call of Duty for multiplayer, and so has FIFA, and so has 2K, and they have abandoned part of the reason we used to play them before when we were younger, and we didn't really have as like polished multiplayer and online game modes that we have now that's like been so easy to connect with people as it is right now. I mean, for FIFA and 2K, before they took off and adopted the online multiplayer stuff they have now, they used to have a good my career or player career or manager modes that were fun to play on your own and finish once you won it all or became the good respectively, and actually being fun for lonely people with no friends such as myself. And Call of Duty used to have fun-ish campaigns, at least interesting, and those used to be half the reason that people bought the game, but lately it's just to hop on multiplayer, get on TDMs or Warzone or whatever else game mode they have out there. And for GTA,
why did I move here? I guess it was the witness protection.
well, this one's kind of interesting. It's been like over 10 years and now they make money from GTA Online. So that's the only thing they focus on. They haven't even given us a single player DLC. They just keep us playing the game with GTA Online, just upgrading GTA Online, updating it, buying shortcuts, and so on. This then made devs realize that they don't have to have a good campaign necessarily, or that anyone is gonna finish it just as long as they can get to online. It doesn't matter anymore. But it matters to me because I'm a weirdo loser, but I also want to attribute this to the players and the declining retention rates that people have nowadays, where we constantly need to be stimulated in order to be engaged with what we're doing. I feel like that has come through a bit in gaming, and just with the rise of online connectivity. I mean, you're always online with your friends in a match, a heist, or just being bombarded by everything a game is throwing at you all at once. Whereas in the single player campaign, things tend to be much slower and intentional, and while yes, there's side quests and other missions and other activities to do in the game, they are mostly limited, and the story is what should keep you going and engaged in the game. The single player campaigns just actually let you enjoy the game on your own. Sometimes I personally want that sort of alone time to just go through the story, and that's just me, and not because I'm a freaking child. But yeah, I know everyone's not like a fat child like me with no job and all the time in the world to do that, and I understand that cause sometimes I feel the same way. I skip cutscenes and just do the mission, then go online and play cause sometimes it gets a bit like tedious, like after a rough day, like I get it. And like I said in my previous video, there's different needs for different peoples and the games that they play. But I feel like it used to be a bigger part of the community to actually finish any game that you own and actually like give it a fair chance to impress you in one way or another. And I mean, I've seen people with games they haven't touched in years or just flat out delete the games when they feel like it because they got bored or couldn't finish it. And I don't know, maybe it's just my scarcity mentality that I had growing up, but when I see that, I feel some type of weird way where these games aren't appreciated. But then again, in this climate, half the games coming out don't deserve to be finished or appreciated because they're half-assed and just for profit anyways. It's sort of like a what's it called? A double-edged sword where like I want to appreciate the medium and the games coming out that are being made by actual good developers, but on the other side, the games coming out that are being like actually given that effort to actually be finished and be something worthwhile for people to enjoy. It's like a very small minority right now, and the majority is just games really wanting to make a profit and just make money off of you and keep you engaged in the game. Something like sports games, Call of Duty games, and just other games that are like strictly online and basically don't focus on immersing you in like a single player campaign. Sorry. But I said I had a scarcity mentality, but that's because when I was younger, games and gaming were more of like a soft luxury-ish hobby, and now it's easily accessible and people can play on damn near anything, which led to less quality output of games and more practices to get money from us playing the game rather than making the game something fun and good and just something you can enjoy whether it's online or just by yourself. And so, I want to tie this into another point of why people rarely even finish games, and that is the sort of YouTube gaming walkthroughs and gameplay video stuff. Cause why finish a game or even buy a game when I can watch my favorite YouTuber, Cory Kenshin, Dante, Berlizzi, PG, Joe, play it and then just make jokes and be 10 times more entertaining than me, then I would be playing the game and being like, alone and just quiet, just thinking that stuff in my mind. I feel like that has had some sort of impact on people's decisions to play certain games or just take chances on games they haven't heard of and explore for themselves. I mean, for me, that was part of what was fun for me when I was younger. So let me regale you guys with a story I have. I remember on my PS2, I bought some game and I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, it was some combat game, some sort of knightish game. I don't remember, we had swords or something. It was very weird, very like hazy. It was about like being a Templar knight, either fighting other knights or betraying the Templars and fighting them or something of the sort. And it's not Assassin's Creed because this was on PS2, so I don't know what this game could have been because I saw it feels like a fever dream. I feel like I'm making it up, but I can just remember it so vividly and I don't know what it was. It was so weird, so scary, so like such a weird like ambience around it that it had. And I remember the disc was over Templar Knight, in the armor and stuff with the cross and stuff, the cloth with the red cross and stuff. And I can't remember the name. It was just so scary and weird. But even when I felt like that, even with it being sort of janky and sort of like unknown, like I can't find it anywhere. Even though I was scared as hell, because it was scary. It was weird. I was like 8 or something, and I was scared out of my mind. But it was still fun. It was fun just exploring it, just experiencing that, something that no one else, at least to my knowledge, no one else knows the name of the game or anything about the game. But if you're a weirdo like me and you know what I'm talking about somehow, please tell me the name of the game. I really want to find it again. But I'm not crazy. I'm not.
I am not crazy! I am not crazy.
I swear, I'm not crazy. Anyways though, that magic of curiosity of getting a game with no knowledge for and getting a bit excited not knowing what it will be like has kind of been lost in this day and age. Cause the moment a game drops, it's already been reviewed by 7 different game companies, 21 YouTube channels have already started or finished the game and uploaded the video up online. It's crazy, but that's how they make the money. And I can't really hate on them. But now back to the topic at hand and the title of this video, which is why can people never finish games, or why can't people ever finish games? I don't know. I haven't switched it up around. But yeah, so to sort of wrap this up, because I'm running out of time for my break and stuff, and you know, the school is coming in fast and I don't want to like squander my time and waste it. So to wrap it up, the reason why people aren't finishing games is because people have just stopped being interested in overall pursuing and caring for long form interactive content unless they're like watching a YouTuber or a streamer play the game for them instead of actually, you know, just buying the game and experiencing it for themselves. And in this climate, I can't really blame them because games are getting expensive as hell. They're really expensive. And you know, I told you guys 6 months, 6 months to 1 year before, 6 months to 1 to 2 years before. I told you guys GTA 6 cannot cost $100, and look what they're doing now. Look what they're doing now. I told you people, you guys are in my comments talking all this shit. I don't even know what you guys were saying, but I told you guys, it can't cost $100. It's overhyped. You guys are going to be crazy when the news comes out, when the pre-orders come out, and you guys didn't listen. You guys didn't listen to me. And now games are expensive as hell. Because if GTA 6 succeeds at what they're doing right now, having a physical copy but no disc and charging $100, then it's really gonna be bad. Everyone's gonna do it. Everyone's going to charge from like at least 85 to 100 for base game with no physical disc, no ownership of your own for the game. And you guys didn't listen to me 1 year ago, at least like the start of 2025. I told you guys, you know, you can't do this, you know, this can't happen, and games are already getting expensive as hell. So, you know, just following that trend, indie games are now gonna be like at least $60 to try and keep up and be like, you know, at least profitable. But if some people still have morals, they'll still, you know, charge like a very discounted rate for their games. But anyway, what I was saying was, even if you're not watching like your favorite YouTuber or streamer play a game for you, it's still hard to like own and explore these single player games in this day and age where the games can be taken from you at any moment before you finish it. Also, on top of that, storage is not endless and games are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, even indie games. So I feel like people feel like they have to sacrifice one game for another. You know, you have to pick and choose what you want to play. Would you rather play like the single player game that you're gonna finish in maybe like a couple of weeks, then, you know, forget about it? Or do you want a game that you'll constantly play like throughout the year, or until you can like get more storage, or just like the next game cycle of this game? I feel like people will mostly pick a game that they can keep coming back to, which happens to be the multiplayer and online games, you know, the yearly releases and occasionally updated games that they can have fun with without thinking too much about it. And for me, I think that's a bigger problem no one wants to talk about, which is the storage. So I think I'll make a video on that. But that storage crisis sort of leads to a limitation of experiences for people to actually enjoy having this sort of wealth of games that we have right now. But on the other hand, developers also aren't making games feel worth it anymore. I personally feel like they've become more money hungry, greedy, and just chasing stats like the number of players your game has at any given time, which makes them change on what to focus on. But I don't know how many times it has to be said, but numbers don't tell the whole story of how good a game is, how enjoyable a game is, how much the game means to people, just the community. This then makes devs focus on curating a gameplay cycle or an online game that will keep you connected to the game to come back and grind, which I think is really terrible and a bit greedy, to be honest, which has led to lessening the quality of single player modes and campaigns and just other fun shit to do on your own in the game. But that's all I have to say for now. For me, I just miss being able to spend my hours in single player game modes, stories, and just lose myself in what I used to feel was an interactive movie-ish or sort of form of media that I used to, just absolutely relish in when I was younger. I used to cherish every moment, every time I got an opportunity to just play a game, just have like a time block to play a game, play a story, play GTA 4 when I was way too young, play GTA San Andreas when I was even younger. And it was just crazy. It was just fun experiencing that and just going through those games, finishing them at such a young age. It was just weird, but really fun to experience and amazing for me personally. But then again, maybe I'm just a fat little child who doesn't have any friends to experience the joy of all these online games and stuff. Just wanting to go back to how games were and actually having to go to your friend's house to play. But yeah, that's my loser take on this topic that I made up in my mind. Everything's made up in my mind, so whatever. Don't take me too seriously, please. I'm just talking about the stuff I think that might be happening, stuff that I'm noticing, if you will. But yeah, anyway, I want to thank you all for watching the video and want to tell you all that it means so much to me if you reach the end. I know this is a shorter video and I messed up a lot because I'm running out of breath and I don't have any water and I'm broke as hell. I don't have any bitches, any money, I don't have any good clothes, my PC might be dying, it's overheating, my microphone sucks. I just I'm going through it, man. Failing my exams, my assignments haven't been marked yet, I haven't got a job, and I'm just here, just making it through the day, through the weeks, through the months, day by day. I have no food, I have no water, I have no mouth, and I must scream. But anyway, if you guys want to see more videos like this, kindly like the video, and if you want to support the channel and help me feed myself through the next 3 months, please subscribe. It costs nothing and helps out tremendously. But anyways, so here guys, have a small kiss. I'll see you guys in the next video. So bye.